welcome back. Based on the growing unemployment rate and the shortage of affordable housing, it's estimated 3.4 million Americans will experience homelessness this year. That number, of course, includes Central Ohio, and while that reality can leave a family frightened and depressed, there is help and hope. Joining me from the Homeless Families Foundation is Executive Director Adrienne Corbett. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate that. How have you seen the Columbus homeless population change or grow over the last years of the foundation?
Every homeless family has their own story. There's no cookie cutter approach. But what we do see, some common themes. And those themes include that these families have lost more than just a place to live. They've lost a sense of security, a sense of safety, a sense of self-sufficiency. And the most concern for us is a loss of hope that there really will be a better future for them. And that continues to be very, very obvious in the families that we serve.
So what is the process once someone comes to you? Because as we've discussed, once a family realizes this is reality, they have really exhausted every last resource that they've had.
They most certainly have. Well, when a family comes to the Homeless Families Foundation, we take a very holistic approach to addressing those types of barriers that have forced the family not to be able to live independently. We know, for example, that the children are truly the innocent victims of homelessness, and it might surprise you to know that on an average nationally, the average age of a homeless person is 9 years old.
Wow.
So our children are truly the innocent victims of homelessness. So we approach the needs of the children first and foremost through our Dowd Education Center. And that center, which is named after our founder, provides after school and all day summer care for our children. We know that our children on an average are going to be 2 years behind their house peers. And we know that a good education, the opportunity to have an extended time to learn, is key to their success and hopefully key to breaking the cycle of homelessness.
Wow.
Then from a shelter standpoint, if you are an adult and if you are concerned about basic needs, a roof over my head, food on the table, clothes for my children, you can't be focusing on what you need to do to find that right place for you to live. So we can, by providing 46 individual units, apartments for our families to live in, again, we're really emphasizing the family structure. They can then, the adults can then work with their case managers who work with them individually to overcome those very personal barriers that have kept them from finding a home. So we think of it of moving that individual, transitioning that person from a sense of despair to a sense of hope.
How long is that process? Is there an average once someone is in that state of homelessness that they are able to turn things around?
Our average with the residents that we serve, and last year we served almost 200 families, is 80 days.
Okay, wow. That seems pretty quick.
It's a pretty intense program. We know that the sooner we can get families into their permanent housing, the sooner they can go on with their lives and move forward.
And that is hope. 80 days is something that if you hear that, I mean, that's got to be inspiring to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel and you can get there quickly. How can we help? How can people help this growing need in our community?
Well, there are all sorts of ways to help, and if individuals would go to our website, we list many of them. I look at help in a number of ways. I look at help in terms of time, volunteering. I look at help in terms of donations, and in this economic times, we of course are like every other nonprofit in the community, and hope in terms of skills and talents that people can bring to us. We have a major fundraiser coming this May, and it is our largest fundraiser of the year on May 7th at the home of Michael and Sharon Diacenas. And it's a very special evening. Not only do we get to hear firsthand about what goes on at Homeless Families Foundation, this year it's going to be an even more special treat in that our children's choir is going to be singing.
That is fantastic, Adrienne. That's good information. Hopefully people will go to our website. They can get a hold of you that way, and you can continue to bring hope to our community. We appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Well, it is time for